Hi everyone, my name is Ravikrishna Janyola and welcome to my channel Ravi Tech Talks. Please do subscribe to get notifications. Let us get started with our course Microsoft Azure IoT. So as discussed in the previous video, we will look into the prerequisites. So we will look into the prerequisites on how do we install Visual Studio Community Edition, Azure IoT Edge Toolkit, installing of Nodejs, installing of Azure IoT Hub Explorer, and steps to create Azure free subscription. Use this link to download Visual Studio Community Edition. I'll be giving this link in the description of this video. After downloading the, the required Visual Studio installer, please execute it. It will ask you to run it as an administrator. Please allow it, saying yes. You will see such a command saying that before you get started, you need to set up few things. Please click continue. So once you get this window, please select ASP.NET Web Development, Azure Development, Python, Node.js, .NET Desktop Development, and .NET Core Platform Development. But I normally select the data storage and processing and as well as data science analytic applications because I do a little bit of development on those things as well. So after selecting this, please select install. This will take some time to get it installed. Hi everyone, as you can see, our download and installation is about to complete. So after completion of the installation, it will request for a reboot. Please reboot the system so that if any pending installation or configuration is there, it will get configured. If you don't reboot, the other configurations might not work correctly. Post installation of Visual Studio Community Edition and after the restart, if you open the Visual Studio installer, you should be able to see your Visual Studio Community Edition like this. And if you go to modify, you should be able to see all the packages which you have previously selected during the installation process. So now that we have validated that all the selected packages are installed, we can close this installer and we can start Visual Studio 2019. Once the Visual Studio in the initial start, you will be able to see the screen like this. So if you would like to have the same settings across different systems, please sign in. Otherwise, you can say not now, maybe later. You can select a theme which you prefer. And for the development settings, you can go and pick the language of your choice. And I am selecting Visual C#. It will take few minutes when it is preparing Visual Studio for the first time use. Once the Visual Studio is open, you can go to Files, New, Project. You can see different sorts of templates, project templates being loaded here. You can select different categories here like Android, Azure. So we'll be selecting Azure. You can see different project types. Here you can select IoT. Here you can see Azure Stream Analytics for Edge applications. Let us close this and install the Azure IoT Edge tools for Visual Studio 2019, which will give us project templates for creating Azure IoT solutions. Once the download is complete, open the extension file. The extension file will ask you for admin access with yes or no. Please click on yes. Click on install. Once the extension download is completed, please close the installation window and open Visual Studio 2019. Once Visual Studio 2019 is open, click on Continue without code. Then go to File, New Project. Once the project templates get loaded, here you should be able to see IoT Edge projects. As you can see, after installing the extension, we are able to see the default and the new project templates for Azure IoT Edge. Apart from the project templates, it also comes with host of features like a simulator, which we will be discussing at a later point in time. Now that our Visual Studio and the IoT Hub and Edge are configured, let us close Visual Studio and go to our next installation, that is Azure IoT Explorer. So for this, please go to the link github.com Azure IoT Explorer /releases. I'll be placing this link in the description along with the Visual Studio Community Edition links. So in this release section, please go to Azure IoT Explorer Preview 0.143 MSI or the latest version which is available at that point in time. Please go with the MSI installer, otherwise you will have to unzip and run it through any of the IDE. Click on download. After the download is completed, open the installer. Please allow access. Now, this is our Azure IoT Explorer. So whatever devices and the Azure IoT hubs we create on Azure portal, we will be able to use the connection string and able to view and perform few actions here using Azure IoT Explorer. So this will be handy for us while testing and to see and diagnose whether we are getting messages correctly or not and to send messages. We will learn more about this Azure IoT Explorer at a later point in time. Now let us download Node.js. I'll be providing this link in the video description. Please click on the current version to download. After downloading Node.js, click on Open File to install the Node.js. Click Next. Click I accept. Next. And install. Once the Node.js installation is completed, click Finish. To validate that the installation is correctly done, go to command prompt and type npm hyphen hyphen version. So you have got the npm version, and then you can also type node hyphen hyphen version. I've also got the version of node version 16 which was installed. So now we can validate that the installation is successfully completed. Now let us see how to create a free Azure subscription. If you go to the link azure.microsoft.com/en-in/free, I'll be providing this link in the video description below. So if you go to this link, you can see that Microsoft provides 12 months of free services. So if you sign up, you will be initially getting 14,500 credits rupees, and it will be available for the first 30 days. So most of your learning, this is more than enough, and it will be completed within inside that. Even after completing inside the 30 days, the rest of the 11 months, you will be getting different services for free, and you can go through this link to see what are all the services which are going to be free for 12 months, and what are all the services which will be always free and which will be having a pay as you go kind of a billing. So please click on start free and register with your email address. So after registering with your email address, it will be asking you your credit card details. So you need to enter your credit card details. It will be charging you $1, and it will refund back the $1. So this is to validate that you are a genuine user and not some bot, and to restrict people who are creating lot of Azure accounts on a spam. Since I already have an Azure free account as well as a paid subscription, I'll be using that for our further courses. After completing the sign up process, please log into portal.azure.com with the same email account so that you can see the Azure portal and different services. So we will go in depth with all these services at a later point in time. Thank you very much. I hope this installation video was helpful to you. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any doubts. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.